Look, can you really be late when it's less than 2 minutes? Come on. Give a guy a break. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Italian Grand Prix 2023 pre-race Chinwag. Roll intro. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for your patience. How are we all today? Charmander, Famil, Adrian, Daniel, Dimmy, Ian, Mohammed, Wessel, Simbru, A, Laszlo, Martin, Max, Christopher, Eggy, Danny, Daddy Fett, David, Amar, Richard, Vincent, Poppy, Dill, Nico, Niall, Cam, Yankee, Galaxy, Philip, Melissa, Michael, Dano, Peter, Minifos, April, Wolf, Albert, Z22, Mercury, Ari, Lolly, Joel, Jaren, Rory, Ados, Miles, Bjorn, welcome, White Walls, Mario, Adit, Carter, Global Funk, RMC, Rugby Motorsport channel. Who knew them two disciplines come together? I can't do rugby, man. I've tried it. I've tried like watching. I've never played it. I've tried watching it. I just can't do it. Same with American football. So sorry, any American football fans out there. I'm split you watching are American. I'm basketball all day for me. I love basketball. I really enjoy watching it. I like playing it as well, but I enjoy watching basketball. Nothing beats a buzzer beater. Anyway, right, welcome. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for tuning in. We are here to talk all about the 2023 Italian Grand Prix at Monza, where Max Verstappen can take the title, not the title of world champion, the title of most consecutive race wins ever in Formula 1 history. He's done 9. He can make it 10. So, big news. Big, grande news. But there's a few other bits we've got to talk about as well. So, not just that. We'll get into it, okay, as we go. But first of all, as per, I need to remind you all, whether you're watching on YouTube, obviously you're all here live watching me now. And thank you to everyone who's watching after the fact. Don't forget to like the stream as well, by the way. Give a little like on it. Bosh. Little like would be much appreciated. You can find this stream on audio only things after the fact. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Are there any others? That's kind of it, isn't it? Either way, there's plenty of places you can just listen to me if you don't want to look at my face, okay? Which is very understandable. However, we do have to talk about something before we get into the race, something very exciting that they announced this morning, which is the brand new Formula 2 car. You don't need to see my face. I'm just going to put that full screen. There you go. Look at that. That is the new Formula 2 car for next season onwards. It's different. The rear wing is certainly bold. Fake Super Formula. You know what? It is quite Super Formula-esque. Let me get a picture of the Super Formula car. Actually, what I can do, so you can actually see my mug, because I know it's really important for you guys to see my mug. Look, there I am up there, and then bosh, should we do that? Look, you see me in the corner. Bosh, lovely jubbly. So that's the F2 car. The rear wing does give me. Look, let me get a Super Formula car on screen for you as well. This does give shades of Super Formula as Minton has entered the room. Do you want to get in the snuggie, mate? Go on. Go get in the snuggie. Get in the snuggie. I'll get him out later. If you stay to the end, then you can see Minton, okay? Deal? I think that's a fair deal. Here's the Super Formula car. So you can see it's got similar, in terms of that rear wing, it's kind of got the similar curve to it at the top. Not quite as aggressive as it is on this F2 car, but you can see there's you can understand the kind of the inspiration, kind of similarities there. But look, I always thought the F2 cars looked a bit boxy, and I do prefer. I like it. I've got to be honest, I like it. I think it's an improvement. It's a lot more flowing. Mini Foss, exactly. I like it. And you know what? The rear wing, it's distinctive. It's kind of like what they've done with Formula E. I actually think the Formula E cars look quite cool. Like, they've gone very different. And they're very angular and that, and they've kind of lent into it. They've been quite bold with it, and they've been bold with this rear wing design. But you know what? I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I did watch they put out a little kind of tech piece talking about it with Tombasis, who's like FIA's head of whatever, I can't remember, Nicholas Tombasis, and he was saying that apparently the speed is going to be about the same. And I do believe they've got the same Mechachrome engines. I didn't actually double check. But yeah, so this is F2 from next season. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I think it looks pretty decent. But anyway, let's talk about Italy. Round 15. Monza. Again, Max can make it 10 in a row. Will he make it 10 in a row? Let's put a poll. Let's say, will Max get 10 wins in a row this weekend? Yes or no? Obviously, something would have to go wrong for him, because pace-wise, it's for sure a Max victory written all over it. The Monza curse is a thing, Caval. Yes, isn't it like whoever's won the year after they've done really bad or something? Can't actually remember. It's something along those lines. The Monza curse, anyway. And thank you, Global Funk, for becoming a friend of Tommo. Friends of Tommo, £2 a month. Welcome. Appreciate it. Thank you for this support. On my DNF, sorry. Yeah. If you win, you DNF the year after. There we go. So, and Max did win last year, didn't he? Last time out, as much as there's a lot of Ferrari and Monza in that picture. Max came back from what he qualified 7th because he took a grid penalty, I think. But then he came back through the field. Leclerc and Russell started on the front row. Leclerc couldn't hold on. The race finished under safety car with Ricciardo parking up. Vettel had to park up earlier in the race as well. It wasn't the most memorable Italian Grand Prix last time. So hopefully we'll get something a little bit more exciting this week. And it's not meant to be raining, which is the first, well, if it doesn't rain this weekend, it will be the first non-rain affected F1 race for ages, right? God, it's been so regular, the rain. So look, we'll see. We will see. I want to witness F1 history. Yeah, you know what? Like, it would be pretty cool to see Max get 10 in a row. I got to be honest. Like, I think I'd like to see him break the record. Now that he's got so close, I would like to see him break the record. Once he's broken the record, then I'd like to see someone else win. But honestly, this weekend, a Max Verstappen win, I wouldn't be upset about that at all. Because, yes, I know it's the same person winning again, but it's making history. You know what I mean? Setting another record. So I'm quite happy for Max to win this weekend, then give someone else a chance. But the thing is, that's it. If he wins 10 in a row, and then we go to Singapore, which, as long as the team put the right amount of fuel in the car this time, then for qualifying, then he should be fine. Like, sky's the limit. You know what I mean? Like, when does it end? Because conceivably right now, and you go into next season and it's going to be an evolution of the same car for pretty much everyone, apart from Ferrari, but we'll get onto that. Yeah, man, it's looking pretty mad. So, I mean, look, if you had to give me an Albon win or a Verstappen win, I'm obviously taking an Albon win, which is a stretch. I know it's Monza, but come on, Williams. There are still corners. It isn't NASCAR, but we'll see. We will see. Did it rain in Hungary? It was rain affected on the... Was it? Because it didn't rain when I was there. But I was only there on the Saturday and the Sunday. So, I can't actually remember. But it did rain a bit in Budapest that weekend when I was there. I can't actually remember, to be honest. But 81% of you think Max will get 10 in a row. Yeah, Friday FP1, that's it. Yeah, I wasn't at the track on Friday. I was in Buda having a mooch about. 80% of you think Max will get 10 in a row. And it seems incredibly likely, doesn't it? Which, again, crazy. Crazy numbers. I mean, look, again, reliability is higher than it's ever been. I talked about this in my kind of Sargent video when I was looking at Nigel Mansell 1992. So Nigel Mansell, with 16 races, he had 4 retirements that season. 25% of those races he retired, which for the time was actually pretty good. But of the 12 races he did finish, he won 9 of them and came second in the other 3 to Senna twice and Schumacher once. Like, that 92 Williams was, relative to the field, positioned to be like close to this level of dominance. It's close to the RB19 level of dominance. So, and thank you, Owen, as well, for joining Friends of Tommo. Appreciate that. Much appreciated. But there you go. Right, cool. So that's what happened last time out. Max won, came from the back. Well, came from 7th, as he does. This is how the driver's standings sit currently. Just to reflect, and yes, I've put Ocon in pink and Piastri in orange because I messed that up last time. I also, when I polled you lot for bangers and clangers, I did forget to put Lawson in again, but it happens. I did it last night just before I went to bed, and I was like, this morning I was like, oh god, someone mentioned it. I was like, I'm an idiot. But never mind. Welcome, Arif. So in terms of when you look through the teams, I mean, Red Bull quick in a straight line. Aston Martin, they've brought upgrades that seem to bring performance in Zandvoort, but how is that gonna manifest itself on a track like Monza? Hard to say. Mercedes straight line is a bit of an issue, but with a low downforce rear wing, I don't know, perhaps there's potential there. I think Ferrari are very good in a straight line. They were very good around Spa, which is a lot of full throttle stuff. So I'm quietly confident that Ferrari are going to do pretty well. McLaren, it's hard to say. I mean, they were decent around Monza last year. Obviously, they're not going to have the high downforce spec that they brought to Spa. And their rear wing, as far as I'm aware, they've not got like a bespoke low downforce rear wing, but they have kind of taken chainsaw to one of their current ones to try and make it a bit less draggy. So we'll see about that. We'll see about that with McLaren. Hard to say. I think the Alpines are good in a straight line. They've got good straight line pace, so I wouldn't be surprised if Alpine had a good weekend. But also, this is Alpine. So if team's going to find a way of messing it up, it's either Ferrari or Alpine, who both seem to have good straight line speed. Williams, a lot of expectation. There's going to be a lot of expectation and pressure around the team this weekend. And, perhaps it's one of them that manifests in a way that, because they didn't expect to be quick in Zandvoort, and they were. Probably because of the green track and that played into their strengths a bit more. But either way, high expectations for both Albon and Sargent this weekend, for sure. Haas, they're going to be terrible, because they always are. I mean, watch them get double points now. But Alfa Romeo, I mean, their livery's a banger. We'll get onto that as well. But we'll see. Well, I've got no expectations for Alfa Romeo. And then AlphaTauri, Tsunoda, Lawson at the wheel. Lawson is obviously at the wheel this weekend as well. Conflicting reports in terms of we just don't know how long it's going to take for Daniel Ricciardo to be back in a race seat. Hard to say. So Mother Nature, that one's up to Mother Nature again. Okay, so he's got the operation done. He's got the plates and the screws and all that to help recovery, but it will take as long as it takes. Yeah, I would be surprised if he makes. I mean, the thing, Singapore's super physical, but Suzuka's really physical as well. Suzuka's really physical because of the G-force you put in. Singapore's really physical because of the humidity and the length of the race as well. So, yeah, we'll see. Hello, Dime. Welcome, mate. Well, Sergeant bins it again. Well, again, look. I mean, Logan's issue. I mean, his issue in the race anyway was hydraulic failure, wasn't it? Obviously, in qualifying, that was on him. But yeah, Sargent needs a good weekend this weekend. I talked about this in my video. He needs a good weekend this weekend because around De Vries jumped into the car with no experience last year and got it into the points. And Sargent points has to be this weekend. Constructor standings. Not too much to... I mean, there's a bit of a scrap there for P2. I mean, if Ferrari finds some pace out of nowhere, then maybe they could even catch Mercedes. But McLaren and Alpine, McLaren have just... They're too far behind already, aren't they? They're far too far back. So, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. The thing is, Daniel can't afford to come back too early if he's not ready, because then his performances will suffer, and then, you know, it makes his shot at a Red Bull or any other seat kind of pretty horrible. Wait, have I got... No, these can't be the old numbers, can they? Surely not. Surely not. Surely these are not the old... I took these from my post-race Chinwag. Surely these are not the old numbers. Oh, they are the old numbers. How have I managed that? How have I managed that? Okay, it's fine. Right, these are the new numbers. How have I done that? That's that impressive. There you go. Sorry. Here's the update numbers. That's so weird. How did I drag the wrong file over? I must have done. Anyway, here are the actual numbers. Not that it makes much of a difference. I mean, Scuderia Ferrari 54 points behind Mercedes AMG F1 team, AMG Petronas, and Aston Martin 215. So there are there's opportunities there that may or may not present themselves. But Williams P7 with 15 points, we take them. Lomo indeed. Lomo. There's always got to be a Lomo moment in every stream, you know. It wouldn't be one of my streams without a Lomo moment. Okay. Right, cool. Okay, sweet. So, bangers and clangers. 2023 Italian Grand Prix. Mine first, then yours. Race winner Max Verstappen. It's just going to happen, isn't it? It's going to get the 10. Banger drive. I'm backing him. Logan Sargent. He's going to get points this weekend. Yeah, this has to be. Unless there's some craziness with the car. If he has a clean weekend, it needs to be points. It needs to be points. Okay? Come on, Logan. You need to get the points this weekend, my friend. Please, I beg you. Klanger Magnussen. Haas. Mid. Banger Team Williams. They will deliver on the potential. Albon points as well. Double Williams points. It's going to happen. Okay? It's going to happen. I mean, look, listen. You say jinx, right? If anyone watched my latest video, which if you haven't, you should. All about Logan Sargent and my thoughts on his. I did design some merch as well for the event. Okay, here we go. Make Williams great again. I think this is. I'd buy it. No. I think Logan would endorse this. But yeah, we have fun on Photoshop sometimes. Yeah, that's the kind of cap that we're talking about here. Clanger Team, Alpine. Look, the thing is, right, Alpine can't have more than one good weekend in a row. So as much as on paper they should be good this weekend, why not UK flag on the side? Because it's Logan's cap to wear. You know? Come on. Yeah, Clanger Team Alpine, because they can't have two good weekends in a row. That's just not possible. You know? That's just not possible. So, they're going in Clanger. So then my predictions, again, Verstappen, Sargent, Magnussen, Williams, Alpine, are my winner, banger, clanger, banger, clanger. Winner, banger, clanger, banger, clanger. I like the sound of that. That rolls off the tongue better than MWGA, for sure. Your predictions, 1,729 of you voted. I put the poll out last night. And again, forgot to add Lawson in for Ricardo. My bad. 39% of you think Max is going to win the race. 22% of you think Lance Stroll's going to win the race. Yep, Lance Stroll's army are back in the polls. Look, listen, everyone's got a... Lance is in the top 3 categories as well, by the way. He's featuring everywhere. 17% Alonso, 10% Albon. I can't bring myself to believe that much, okay? That's all I'm saying. Banger drive, 41% Lance Stroll. Well done. 27% Albon, 6% Norris, 5% Piastri. Clanger Drive, 43% Leclerc. Ouch. 11 Russell, 11 Stroll, 6 Perez. Banger team, Aston Martin, 46% of the vote, which straight line. We'll see. I mean, look, Stroll's got a podium around Monza. Remember that? So, stranger things have happened. 46% Aston, 26 Williams, 10% McLaren, 7% Red Bull for Banger, and then Clanger, 47% Ferrari. Not very grazie ragazzi, is it? And who are these Stroll fans? Look, listen. Lawrence, I think Lawrence paid a bot to infiltrate the Google forms that I put out and interfere with the results. That's what I think. 40% Ferrari, Clanger, 13 Haas, 11 Alpine, 8 Alfa Romeo. No big shocks there, apart from the obvious. Look, Stroll's got to get if the pace that Aston Martin was showcasing last weekend translates to a dry track. Obviously, Monza's a bit of it's an unusual one amongst the grid because of how straight line dependent it is. But I want to see Stroll on a podium, man. I want to see Stroll on a podium. Actually, on my F1 Manager save that I've been playing on Twitch recently, I was playing a bit last night with Alpine, trying to make Alpine great again. Stroll has won like 3 races. He's got on the podium loads. He's actually doing better than Alonso. So, Just saying, the game doesn't lie. So yeah, they're my predictions. They're your predictions for the race, and we'll see. It's looking promising for Red Bull and Max, and again, it's not just Max and the car; it's the team. Just don't seem to put a foot wrong. The pit stops are always on point. The car's always ready when it needs to be. GP has got the levelest head out there. They're ticking all the boxes. Yeah, make Alpine great again does actually fit with the acronym as well, doesn't it? Cool. Okay, let's go back to the main screen and you can have a little roll intro. Actually, let's not do that. Let's go to the share screen where I'm in the corner. You can see the F2 car. But we've got some other cars to look at, haven't we? Yes, we have. So let me go and source the imagery because I should have done this beforehand really, but never mind. It won't take long. Let's start with the Alfa Romeo Special Edition. So obviously, Alfa Romeo, Italian. They're as Italian as Ferrari, okay? So they're as entitled to run a special edition livery as Ferrari are. And they have bought this absolute worldie to this weekend. Wait, what the hell's happened here? Oh no, my bad. There we go. Now, look at that. Look at this. Oh, crikey. Core blimey. This deserves some serious credit here. So again, the template is their standard template, but instead of just the block red on the side, it has the Italian flag, and obviously on the other side, you've got the red behind this little clover leaf at the top. The rest of it's black, and then the nose has some colour on it as well. There's actually some real life pictures of it, but let me find some. Oh, that's loud. Let me find some more. Got some more renders. Apologies, audio only listeners, but if you are listening audio only, go and find the pictures of the Alfa Romeo, because it's not so awful Romeo when it looks like this. I mean, it might still be awful Romeo. I can't guarantee that it won't be awful Romeo, but what I'm saying is, if it looks good, then who cares about being fast, If it looks this good, whew, mate, take P20 and P19. Take it, accept it. All right? If you look this good, it doesn't matter. Who cares? Okay? Who cares? Now, that's glorious, though. Look at that. That is beautiful. Beautiful. So, we've got that. That is the special edition Alfa Romeo. We also, of course, have a special edition Ferrari, which there's a few things to look at with Ferrari, okay? And although, to be fair, I saw an image of Joe on his grid walk that I'm going to share with you guys, and there's a very weird T-shirt that he's having to wear this weekend, and I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. It's very odd because it's like, well, hang on. Let me show you the pictures first. So there's that one and this one. Right. So picture number one is massive, so I need to make it smaller. There we go. That's the wrong picture. That is not the right picture, Tommo. What are you doing, you idiot? Right, okay, here we go. Here we go. Right, so Joe, there's Joe. Yeah, Joe, there's no. And then you've got this really kind of weird T-shirt that he's wearing. That is red on the front and has this oh, and there's Atza. Do you remember the on the right, the Atza who I went and saw in Netherlands last year? Who runs Team Redline. He also works for Alfa Romeo. He's on the right. But yeah, that's the T-shirt from the front. If you kind of rate it, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't help you. Okay. So that's it from the front, and then there's Atza again. Right. Come on. Hang on. If I do that, I can make this easier for myself. There we go. And then it's like this from the back. It's all green from the back. It's all green from the back. It's a definite no from me. That's all I'll say. Okay. I don't like this. Okay. I don't like this at all. For a beautiful livery, they've really cocked that T-shirt up, in my opinion. Okay. In my opinion, it's not great. But then let's have a look at the Ferrari bits. So Ferrari posted a few renders, which I'm going to chuck up on screen imminently. So this one, boom. It's another huge image. Make it smaller. So this is the Ferrari livery we'll be seeing this weekend. Which, I mean, compared to what they did last year, I would say from this angle I prefer it for sure. I think they could have put a bit of, yeah, I mean, I think the renders are from the F1 game. I think they could have put a bit of yellow on the rear wing. That would have been nice. They did that last year. However, this angle does not show the transgression that I am most disappointed by on this livery. Have a guess what I don't like about this livery. And you can't really see it in this image. Can't unsee the... Oh, now you've said it. Now you've said the German flag. Yeah. That is very German flag, isn't it? But yeah, what's the thing you reckon I don't like about this? Someone's already said it. Yes, it's the nose. What is that? What is that? What have you done? Why have you done that? Why, Ferrari? Why? Why have you done that? It looks stupid. Let me make this picture smaller so you can see it better relative to the car. This is terrible. Why would you do this? Ferrari, come on. Thank you, Matthew, by the way, for the tenner. Appreciate the super chat. Do you think adapting the F2 car for the new F1 movie Apex helped lead to a more relevant design for the new F2 car? It looks more similar to F1 than it has before. Maybe. I mean, obviously that was designed with Mercedes, wasn't it? The Apex GP car. That was designed with Mercedes. This F2 car is Dallara. So I don't know if Dallara had a hand in that as well. I'm not sure. I'm not exaggerating, Switch. It looks awful. No, you stop exaggerating. It looks awful. Alright? What is that? It looks stupid. It's got nail varnish on it. It's silly. Does not look good. Okay. Run out of red paint. The beak. Exactly. There you go. Right. So let's have a. Let's just look at this instead, because this is a lot more pleasing. Okay. Okay. I don't mind the Ferrari. It's just the stupid nose. They've ruined it. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes, Matt and or Tommy. Yes. Right. That looks fine. That does not look fine. Okay. No, I won't chill out, Vince. You chill out. You chill out. Right. Goodbye, Ferrari. Alfa Romeo it is. Right. We're gonna look at you instead. Lovely. Floris, how dare you? Right. Cool. To be fair, I haven't actually looked at who's got new helmets this weekend. Any recommendations for new lids to look at? Because I haven't actually seen any of the special edition lids that I imagine people running this week. Oh yeah, of course. Sorry, I'm lying to you. I have seen the Science and Leclerc helmets. Let me just get the pictures up. Oh my god! And by the way, like, sorry, but these Ferrari overalls. These Ferrari overalls. Let me just. Oh my god! They said Lord Percival. Love that. Hang on. These overalls. I'm sorry. Right. Ferrari. It's just McDonald's, isn't it? It just is. It's just McDonald's. Would you like fries with that? I don't. I can't get on with it, you know? I can't get on with it, I'm sorry. It's not my cup of tea. Okay? It's not my cup of tea. These overalls. I'll be honest. There's just a bit too much yellow on it, I think. I like the arms. If the arms were red, then maybe I'd be a bit less, offended by it. But it's not for me. The hats are kind of okay. Don't mind the hat. The helmets, on the other hand, different story. Right. So we have Charles' helmet, massive on screen, of course. Very nice. Very, very nice. Big fan of Charles' lid this weekend. Again, I feel like with the overalls, it's a bit too even. That the black, the yellow, the red, they're all kind of equally weighted. I think with Charles' helmet, because it's majority yellow, I quite like it. So I'm quite happy with Charles' lid. Science has gone for like a retro look with his. I don't love it because he's still got the modern elements at the bottom. So it's kind of like, if you're going to go vintage, I think you need to go all in and do the whole thing in a vintage look. And having what he's got at the bottom with that's not very vintage. It's like when was it Ricardo did the Dale Earnhardt tribute helmet, didn't he? And that looked really nice. Science German helmet. I prefer the Leclerc one to the Science one, personally, for me. Thank you, Christomir, for the 5 BGM. If you complained about Ferrari slander, couldn't you just assume which one of the Peacock one guys it was? Well, look, at the end of the day, right, they both talk a lot of... I'm joking. Brilliant. Thank you, Christomir. Appreciate the donor. Any other lids to look at? Any other domes that we have not yet covered that I'm missing? Again, for me, the Leclerc one's the winner. Bottas. Oh yeah, Bottas likes a special edition lid, doesn't he? He must have so many. He must have so many helmets. Because isn't it Valtteri's missus who does the design, right? I can't. I'm looking at his Twitter and I can't see a post from Valtteri about his helmet. Alpha lids. Oh. I've not seen too many other helmets. Well, look, you know what? That's enough helmet talk for now. Okay. We've talked on helmets enough. I did actually want to talk about, if we go to all teams and we're not going to talk about Red Bull, we're going to talk about Ferrari, because there's been some interesting comments from Ferrari regarding next season, as in their car. You know, most teams are evolving their current car for next year, but it seems like Ferrari are kind of going back to the drawing board with theirs. So, yeah, I think that, I mean, a necessity, probably a bit of a necessity. I just, for them 2 years into new regulations to all of a sudden be like, okay, we need a total redesign, fresh. This is why Red Bull is so far ahead, because nobody else, like everybody else, apart from, well, yeah, even Aston Martin were pretty mid last year. Like nobody else has kind of got onto a path and stayed with it, apart from Red Bull. So of course they're comfortably ahead, because you look at the Red Bull, right? Hang on, let me find right what I want to do. So 2022 Bahrain. I want to get a picture of the Red Bull from the start of 2022, and compare it to the Red Bull now. I'm trying to find a clear picture. Things with Bahrain, obviously, because the race is late at night, the pictures are quite dark. Okay. So, go back to screen share. Look at Charles' lid briefly. So, this is a picture of it's a picture of blue right now. But it will be, actually, can I just fit to screen? There we go. Bosh, that saved me some time. And I've also put it in there because I'm an idiot. What the hell? Why am I really big on the screen now? Oh, that's why. Because I'm an idiot. So don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm just talking to myself. Okay. Don't mind me. The epitome of professional streaming. Fit to screen. There we go. So here we have the Red Bull from 2022. Okay. Picture on screen again. Apologies to audio only people. So this is the 2022 Red Bull. Now, fundamentally, how different does that look to the current car? So let's find the 2023 Red Bull. Try and find an equivalent. Hello, Oliver. Welcome. Thank you for the $5.99. Has your Peaky Blinders impression improved? No. In a word, no. All right. That's about it. All right. Right. Let's find a similar angle picture. Actually, to be fair, that one's not too bad. Bosh. Let's try this. It does have the yellow nose like Ferrari, but come on, it's way better, okay, than Ferrari's attempt. Awful attempt. Right, let's fit this to the screen. Bosh. This is about as close as I'm going to get in terms of a comparison shot. Like, all right, so the inlets, the side pod inlets have got a bit thinner. The actual side pod itself is not that different. The bulge. So again, this lighter image is the newer one. The bulge where the kind of the technical jargon, I don't really have it. Where the exhaust is kind of a bit more, well, quite a bit more curvaceous than it was before. It kind of the Coke bottle is more in effect in the car before than it is kind of now. And obviously you've got details around the front wing that are more pronounced on this car. You've got a bit more of a curved nose on this, on the old car, sorry. It's a bit more of a kind of squared off nose. But yeah, I mean, compared to the differences we've seen, like the Williams had like no pods and now that's got big pods. The McLaren completely changed. Shoulder cannons, that's a good way of putting it. I like that. This is why they're so clear, because they've got a path and they've broadly stuck to that path and nobody else has. So floor edge looks hella different. Yeah, I mean, again, floor edge is just so much more detailed now, which is always going to happen, you know. You can see this looks like a simpler version than this, you know. You can kind of see that. Front suspension as well changed in a big way, yeah, for sure. You can see the angle of those top struts and where they interact with the car versus, you know, the old. So much sticky up bits, exactly. But yeah, Ferrari, you've got to try something, because they can continue to be this mid for this long. It's well within their abilities to be this frustrating, but we'll see, won't we? We'll see. Right, cool. I think we're done. There's not too much more to cover. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for taking the time. Audio only. Live viewers. Would you like to see Minton? I think I did promise Minton. So here he is. He's asleep. Come on, mate. Come say hello. Do you have any questions for Minton? Do you have any questions for him? Because in terms of the technical analysis, this is the only source you should be trusting. God, I can't believe you're so tired, mate. He's just always tired, isn't he? Are you a good boy? He can be a pest. He can be a pest at times. How sleepy are you? I think you can tell from his eyes how sleepy he is. Also, I've got my key light up there as well, which probably isn't helping. When will Red Bull stop winning? When, Minton? When will the domination end? It won't be that. It'll be like someone else might win, and then Red Bull will win another like 20 in a row. So he is 5 in October, aren't you? You're almost 5. I believe you're almost 5. Crazy. If you got to this part of the stream, oh, you know what? People always compliment him on how soft his ears are. Like his ears are like mad silky, like here. So if you got to this part of the stream and you're watching after the fact, or if you're listening live on YouTube, then go to the comments and type the word ears, because Minton has silky ears. Okay. Look at him. He's just perfect, aren't you? Look at him, though. Look at him. His dog's ridiculous. My boy. Right. Thank you again, everyone. And I will see you on Monday for the post-race. So hopefully this is a banging weekend. I'm going to put you on my shoulder as we say bye to everyone. Because I can hands-free him just. If you look, he's just about fits on my back. Good boy. Right. Cheers, everyone. Thank you for watching. I'll see you Monday. Oh, and thank you. Did I miss any super chats? No, I think we're good. Bye. Say bye, Minton.